What's good, Z Nation? Here at Whole Foods, and just ended up finishing eating some fixings right there in the Tupperware that I made. Got a bunch of fruit right here. Gonna devour that and enjoy the elixirs of the fruit. And right now, I'm just reading my book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I'm almost done with it. This is like the last bit I have right here. Look how thick this book is. I'm almost done with it, but I'm gonna reread it because I've only done 3 summaries so far of it on video, and that's a habit I want to do just purely for me to continue to work on my communication skills with summing up what I read, retaining what I read, and also go through it a second time and highlighting tidbits that I really like and I think are valuable to use. Like, one of the audios I listened to just now recently before I started reading, one of the quotes quoting a motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, really like this one. Don't ever wish something was easy, wish you were better. Oh, I like that quote in the sense that you never need to face a challenge thinking that challenge should be easier. No, you should embrace that challenge and know that it's going to make you better for that fact that it's a challenge. So become better in the sense to conquer that challenge. And one thing I just want to say right now, see if I can find it real quick. Don't mean to take so long, but I really like this quote from a psychologist, famous psychologist. So William James, one of the most distinguished psychologists and philosophers America's ever produced, love this quote, compared with what we ought to be, we are only half awake. Half awake, a shame. I'm awake, to a degree, maybe 3/4 awake, not fully awake yet. Lifetime to get fully awake. We are making use of only a small part of our physical and mental resources. Stating the thing broadly, the human individual thus lives far within his limits, or her limits. He/she possesses powers of various sorts which he/she habitually fails to use. Yes, you who are reading these lines possess powers of various sorts which you habitually fail to use, and one of these powers you are probably not using to the fullest extent is your magic ability to praise people and inspire them with a realization of their latent possibilities. Abilities wither under criticism. They blossom under encouragement. To become a more effective leader of people, apply, praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbations and lavish in your praise. All right, I gotta get back to it. I'll check in with you one more time for the night, as always. I was about to say keep it pithy, but I do not keep it pithy anymore. So, keep it positive, punctual, and poppin'. Boom. All right, Z Nation. Back to my final conclusion of the night, being DailyXander 306. Here at Starbucks again, as usual. Always at the office. Uploading videos right now. Did my daily message to my mentor, sent off. I'm now completed 22 days straight of documenting the audios and books or book that I'm reading for each day and taking away key aspects that I have learned or what I've learned from it, and in a lot of ways how I implement it in my day-to-day life, giving feedback on what I'm absorbing basically. So always doing that, and it's always composed in a voicemail, so I always have to record my voice for at least, a lot of times my recordings last about, in total, anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes or so of my thoughts. And it's an extremely easy practice for me to do since I've been doing this for now 306 days, video format and also audio format. But now I have to do it and send it to somebody on a daily basis. And sometimes it gets forwarded out to the rest of the team, so that's pretty interesting. It's not interesting, but it's pretty neat. But I'm staying, and we don't say buts anymore. I'm trying to limit the buts. Just from what I read in How to Win Friends and Influence People. So right now, just continue working on uploading Tomorrow I'm going to be actually doing a podcast. With a London Real Life Accelerator graduate who I met up with in London. He's actually here in Orlando with his family, so I'm going to meet up with him tomorrow and do a podcast. What are we going to talk about? That's the beauty of it. We're going to talk about whatever organically comes up. And a lot of it will have to do with him and his current business and his current life, family, objectives, purpose, why, the whole gamut. It'll be going down. Stimulating as always, conversational-wise. Yes, love it. And somewhat of a fellow brother to me is Canadian, although he lives in the northeast portion or east coast of Canada, so much farther away from Alaska in that sense, so not in British Columbia. So it's Wednesday. Thursday, I have work meeting, and then potentially after work meeting, gonna hang out with some coworkers to kind of celebrate a belated birthday for one of them afterwards. So not that much of a productive night, most likely Thursday, as far as that pertains to self-development. But either way, regardless, it still falls in the gamut of bettering myself as a person as far as giving value to others. Boom. having too much fun with just saying my thoughts now to my camera here. And then Friday, I have a volunteer hospice shift. Saturday, hopefully going to work out with some of the mates at San Lando Park, and then later hospice shift on Saturday and Sunday. And then Saturday night, I'm trying to organize. Hopefully it comes to fruition. I've already communicated with people, and it seems like it's a go. I'm going to watch the Mayweather-McGregor fight at a restaurant, and I'm going to see about doing a prediction fight podcast and an afterwards review of the fight podcast. So we'll see if it goes down. I think it'd be neat to do. Just continually creating, documenting, and contenting. Overall falls on the umbrella of documenting, because I could go into so many facets of why I am doing this, but there's certainly... Oh, I said but. Now I'm just, if you can't tell, I'm being extremely silly. I'm just interrupting myself with thoughts of analyzing how I'm talking right now. Anywho, I'm going to sign off for the night, because like all my videos, I can continually rattle and talk. And let's work on being concise with my thoughts. A lot of it has to do with the digestive energy right now, and I just like to be silly, and why not? Enjoy life, because at the end of the day, we're going to die. And because me knowing that, I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to have down moments. We certainly all have down moments. It's human to be sad or just lethargic or just not have energy times. But I want to limit those particular moments from happening, because after all, why live a life not being able to enjoy majority of the moments on this earth, on your current seat on the SS planet Earth, heading into the vast abyss, darkness of the galaxy, the universe, and wherever that takes you. Alright, signing off from Starbucks Coffee here in Altamont Springs. DailyXander 306. Can't do that with one hand. As always, coming up from above, peace, love, unity, respect, and as always, passion! Booyah!